Okay, so this is day one, I guess. What can I say about this? It is day one of the 75 hard. Again. Episode 1. Again. Day 1. Again. I've tried and failed this challenge more times than I am willing to admit. And the past few weeks I've struggled to get started and it's chipped away at me emotionally. I felt like I was failing not only myself but this community which I've worked hard to build online, and I put so much pressure on myself to be that example, that leader, that one who has their stuff together, their shit together, and the pressure broke me. So for the next 75 days I'm going to be posting daily shorts about my physical health, my mental health, my wellness. And even though, like injuries and emotional repercussions and burnout, gaining perspective through pausing and therapy. I'm going for a 45-minute hike. I've just done the gym. Maybe go for a swim, visit family, read. If every day needs to move at this pace, so slow, moving forward, no matter how small the steps are. So this is day 1 of 75. This is Stuart. I hope you're having a good day and the day you deserve. Day 2 of 75. It has been challenging in ways I didn't really expect, and I guess ways I did expect. Basically drained enough at night to just like crash into bed. And that's the worst part. Even though I'm trying to get to bed earlier, I find myself just lying there staring at the wall. Like banging my head against it. I'm not tired in the way that I'm meant to be. It's like my body is restless, but my mind is exhausted. And even though my body, whatever reason, my body clock will kick me up at like 6:30 every morning. If I'm not moving though, in 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'll fall back to sleep until midday. It feels like I've wasted so much time over the summer that I can't help but feel regret for everything I didn't do over the last few months. And the time that I can't get back now, but now I just need to breathe and freaking accept this, that I can't move forward. And today has been really tough. A really bad trigger with my father. He, for some reason, was triggered and was in a mood. And again, I was voiceless. I didn't have the confidence or the power to be in any state of confrontation and assert myself. And I wasn't even able to be there for him and ask him, like what's happened and what's triggered you and what's going on, can we work it out? I just froze. And even like after I'd done what I was meant to be doing, I went to the house to like clean the dog's run, and he did apologize profusely for like happened. And like my father, my dad, he's very self-aware. But I couldn't even voice the fact that I did accept his apology. I just had to get out of that environment. And it made me feel bad that I couldn't acknowledge to him that I didn't call him out, and I wasn't there for him, and I wasn't there for myself. And it's really left me feeling hollow and devoid of emotions. And I wasn't in a great state to begin with, but it really threw me a lot. And the reality of this journey is it's not always going to be the physical transformation at the end of the goal. I swear to God, if you fall over, I will be so effing pissed. You are shaken, boy. Day 3 of the 75 hard challenge. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Hey, this is Stuart. I'm hoping you're having a good day, the day you deserve. Day 3 of 75 hard. 3 days in. Woo. Today was a soft day, but it was movement and structure and trying to keep my mind in check. He was starting with the physical side and maintaining 79 kg. I haven't fluctuated in terms of weight, especially with intermediate fasting, and incorporating more cardio into my daily life, even if it's just like low stay, say walking, going out with the family, taking their dog, going for a walk. But I've come to a point to try and get walking or moving in the first 30 minutes of waking up, be it rain or sunshine. And lately the sun has been making a grand return, even if it's a little bit nippy, because it does help. I do like the cold. Even if I'm doing a moderate jog or walk, I'll probably be using my sauna suit a lot more. And speaking of it, during my workouts, using a sauna suit or to burn more fat or calories because it helps elevate your core temperature, that makes your body work that little bit harder, is a nice tool to shed some water weight. But it's important to remember that it's not a miracle fix for body fat percentage, because when it comes to reducing or losing body fat, the methods kind of still come down to sustainable habits, consistent cardio, strength training, and most importantly, a balanced, healthy diet. And the sauna suit is a boost, but the real workout begins in the kitchen. And that's hard for me right now with the intermediate fasting. I mean, I love the picture of the Hulk. Do you know, like when he's wearing the apron, he's in the kitchen and he's weighing his foods like to a T. That's what it means, like your abs are made there and not in the gym. On the mental side, I've been working really hard to fill my days with structure, and it's helping a lot. I have plans to take me out of those dark corners, and therapy really, really helps. It puts a lot into perspective, and so does classes where I get to interact with other people and still feel productive, be it acting or singing or dance, which I've started. We're smack in the middle of pantomime season, so with rehearsals it's very, very rewarding to spend my time. It's physically draining, but in the best possible way. And while it's slowing me down, let's say in terms of progression for other projects, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because I'm finding that without that intense structure, or I find with this intense structure, I would be spiking with anxiety for the times in the day when it feels too long and empty, when you feel like you can't do anything. Really throwing challenges and financial stress with really big right now, because we're coming into the fall season and bills are piling up and projects are just waning, but trying to pay for everything has been weighing on me hard, and I'm trying not to let it consume my thoughts, but at the same time I can't pretend it's not there. And hopefully in the next few weeks, as I finish up projects and get stuff done, me a little bit of breathing room. But right now the worst case scenario is being in my mind, and I need to take myself out of it. I've been thinking a lot of like the spotlight effect, and it's probably one of the first things I ever talked about on the This Is Stuart podcast about Mel Robbins. My mind tends to drift towards the worst possible scenarios and outcomes, and it does trigger like major anxiety and cortisol in the body. And I'm trying to remind myself, that the lessons I've learned along the way, to focus on what I can control right now and not the fears that I've created for the future. And I'm really grateful for the support system, whether it be through the Discord community, my family, community, friends, all of them help me take a breath to push past my limits day by day. I guess that is the lesson for today. Just breathing and pushing through, and remembering that we are all capable of more than we see me. Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. One sec. Or O level. Basically I've been feeling it in my legs, and not in a good way. My legs are stiff and tight, and I feel drained in terms of stamina, and it's insane because I used to pride myself on my flexibility and my stamina, but now I feel old. I can feel how much I've let the bar slip. So today is all about just like pushing hard, especially about leg movements. Ooh, you're bright. Look pasty like a twilight vampire. It's about recuperation and strength, but also now I'm focusing on recovery. Not just focusing on power, because these muscles are tight, and if I don't handle this right, it is really going to limit my progress in the long run. I know that. So in terms of like just basic dancing classes, I can feel it badly. I'm still hitting like the hard movements, the squats, the lunges, the deadlifts to build up the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, building up that cake, but I'm adding in more dynamic stretching to my routines, which never should have left my routines in the first place. Stretches, hip openers, calf stretches. Flexibility isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity as you get older. I am old. I remember when I snapped my meniscus at one point, or even like during the pandemic, I would spend hours in the garden, just like working on my flexibility and my core movement and my body strength, just to improve flexibility. And I'm not trying to forget like body weight lunges and leg swings, all of these to help the muscles stay activated and get ready for the next push. But also I'm meant to be training for a marathon. To hit peak performance again, it's about balance. And the goal over the next 3 months is going to be simple but relentless for me, to maintain strength but also have flexibility, and incorporating 2 to 3 and incorporating 2 to 3 flexibility sessions per week. And I'm going to be incorporating yoga into my daily routine for the morning sessions. You know, like second I get up, get my body moving and keep those muscle fibers loose. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hey, it's Stuart. And this is day 5 of 75 Hard. We are 1/7. No, we're not. We're not even near it. And I'm diving into something a little bit deeper than just physical fitness. It's about shaping mental scape right now, trying to go back to a better format for spiritual and emotional health. Difficult and powerful decisions that I've made right now in the last few years, especially trying to do the 75 Hard, to take away vices and distractions that either drain me or distract me mentally, physically, emotionally, and wanting to cultivate, I guess, a strength from the inside out. I mean, like, we live in a world filled with so many temptations, whether it be food, relationships, vices, caffeine. Oh my God, caffeine, that's so hard. We become addicted, it weakens us and takes away our clarity and our discipline and our drive. And I've had to make some hard choices to stay away from intimate relationships, not because I don't value them. The question I keep asking myself is, am I going away because I'm scared and I'm not willing to give it my all? Or is it something else entirely? Maybe there's someone on my mind, there is someone that I can't reach out to, but either way, I know I'm not ready to fully open that door yet. Not yet, anyway. Love is an open door, love is an open door. Shut up, hands. I'm trying to build a stronger mind and body for myself. I mean, physically, right now, I feel stronger right now. To put into my workouts and into my stamina and endurance, like that all took a hit, and I'm trying to get that back. And I'm cutting out distractions right now, and hopefully this will help me stay focused going through the 75 Hard challenge for growth and my goals. It's not easy, oh my God. The downside is the loneliness hits hard. It's not just solitude, it's isolating yourself from relationships, emotional work in myself, and that is there. But in these moments of solitude, I am forced to confront myself, and I can't run from my thoughts and my fears. I mean, my amygdala might be screaming, but I see my own shortcomings. Mentally, I have gained more clarity even in the last couple of weeks, and now starting the 75 Hard again. Because of the withdrawals, like, it's been brutal. That voice in my head constantly trying to get me back. But since coming back, even on caffeine, like, my sleep has taken a massive hit. I'm dealing with like massive withdrawals and nightmares. I see myself staring at the wall constantly, but I know sticking at it for the long-term benefits will be better than this short-term pain. About trying to get control of your body and my emotions, and I mean, like, I'm not perfect on this journey at all, but I'm holding myself accountable because I know what I'm capable of. And if I've learned anything, it's that discipline isn't just showing up, it's about pushing past what's comfortable and owning every decision you make. Not in 75 Hard anymore. I am facing myself a lot with real talk recently. Well, I always hit myself with real talk, I just don't listen to myself. It has been one of those weeks now, I have to say. It feels like I'm back on such a low energy. And it's not just that these workouts are draining me, it's that I'm struggling to control how I feel right now. And it feels like I'm pushing through the day, pushing through the mud, but at the same time, I'm just tired. The thing is, I know I'm forcing myself to stay consistent, even when I feel like I don't have anything left to give. And I still drag myself to the gym, to rehearsals, try and connect with people, and I hate the fact it seems like I'm always complaining. Every second, every movement, every moment, you know, I've got the choice how I feel in my circumstance and situation. One of the few things I can't control is my body weight movement. So many push-ups, so many pull-ups, so many squats, stuff that I can do in my body myself without the need of equipment. Getting out into nature is really helped. Grounding, tree bathing, but like, there's so much more than the walls of the gym or being lost in a forest for yourself. I think it's powerful in acknowledging, you know, how don't get me wrong, it's not easy. I have been all over the place in the last while, and I think it's just trying to get to, I want to get back to basics. basics of when I was like, I want to say a kid, but when I was in my early 20s. So, 75 hard. Welcome back. Today, coffee. Yeah. A massive game changer compared to the last couple of days. And it's a cornerstone in my life. And it's the importance of learning in creativity. Good. I think over the years, as you grow, one of the dangers that we face as people is becoming stagnant mentally, emotionally, and creatively. We think that we've learned enough for life and we don't need to learn anymore, but we need to keep pushing ourselves to learn, experience more, grow more, whether it's through acting, singing, dancing. For me personally, as a creative, that's what I want. If you want to be an accountant in finances, do that. Keep learning. Punch those numbers. For me personally, creative outlets have let me be malleable and adaptable. The singing classes, the dancing classes, the acting, stretching one's mind and ability. And, it's the idea that there is always something new to learn, like hitting the right note in a song, nailing choreography, feeling the music, or bringing a character to stage into life and giving it like breath that resonates with an audience, giving it shape for your life. And that's also going with the flow and not being stuck in patterns. Because I don't think the goal is to be perfect at the end, but better today than you were yesterday, and constantly like growing and stretching yourself. And every time I step into rehearsals and it's about progress and showing up and improving here in class, I found that learning doesn't just help me just learn and grow in terms of that form, but it helps me grow and learn as a person, and it actually keeps me rooted when life kind of throws blocks to me to help me push through mental pitfalls in myself that have also helped me back before, through the rehearsal process, like for the show or for events or for the new performance piece. It is forcing me to be present in these moments and to push these limiting beliefs that I have and these barriers. I mean, even today in singing, push myself with the Wicked number has really helped me see how far I've come since starting the journey of practicing, and then how far I've come a year ago, 5 years ago, a decade ago. And there's something powerful about taking on a challenge that feels bigger than you are and realizing that step by step you are growing into this huge boost of confidence just as yourself, being centered and grounded in yourself. And it's not just about a performance, but for me, it's in myself. The idea of continuous growth, how we're all students of life, really helps us learn and evolve and grow. And that's the journey, about keeping your mind open, embracing every opportunity. And I just use creativity as a tool to be flexible and malleable in life. It's one of the biggest reasons I have pushed so many mental pitfalls and self-sabotaging beliefs and addictive tendencies, because I know where I want to be and what I want to do. So today was a full session in the gym, and when I say it was one of the juiciest sessions I've had in ages, it reminds me of the idea of getting locked in and why I first started like coming to the gym, so dedicated to it, trying to do 100 pull-ups because it was a pull day, but like every second pull section and back day I do is literally trying to reach 100 pull-ups. It's really testing my mettle, but there is like a sense of accomplishment getting to 114 today. In between like every other sets of every other workouts I was doing, it was almost like the bolts were accessories. And I was listening to Gabrielle Leon on their CEO, and she was talking about overall well-being and physical health and mental health. And it's something that I think we all need to stop being fed the idea that society considers an aesthetic that is looking aesthetic and fit as like a perfect physique, and that's not aligned with like our actual health, both physically and mentally. And Gabri Leon emphasizes that being physically active is more critical than looking good, because it's about feeling good. Feeling good on the inside. It's about that strive and the functional fitness and strength and vitality. And it's not just about dropping weight or like hitting a certain size to fit into like a pair of jeans. It's about our body and making sure it works, not just about its looks. Because, at the age of 30, 50 or 80, we still want to be, going strong, being active.
they dive into the importance of, the difference between being fit and thin and aesthetics. And there is this chase for an external ideal and acceptance for yourself and others. I do it all the time in the gym. I'm wearing this stringer in the gym. It's freezing, but I'm still happy about my physique, and I like to show it off, and especially to myself. It really resonates with me about getting caught up in the appearance game of physical activity and gym culture and fitness culture. It's not just about the aesthetics, but it's about the longevity of the metabolic health of our body. Building and maintaining that muscle mass that will help you function as you age, and your heart rate, and help against chronic diseases as we age. Chronic diseases as we age. It's about working from the inside out. When you have, and it got me really thinking about my own journey. Yeah, I focus a lot on my aesthetic and my physique, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm also trying to maintain my strength and actually the healthy, let's say, the healthy functionality of my body, not just looking good, but also actually being good. Because there is a difference and there is a divide between looking aesthetic and looking healthy and being absolutely terrible. Me and myself with eating disorders, and with eating disorders in the past, thinking I looked healthy, looking healthy, but actually not being healthy. But focusing on strength, health, and longevity, and holding myself to an impossible standard no more, is kind of the accomplishment right now. And for the trajectory of my life, I'm only 30, but I feel ancient and decrepit half the time. But hopefully, when I'm 50, hopefully in the next 50 to 70 years of my life, that's what I think I have. I feel privileged for the fact that I can share this journey with people, and hopefully they understand there is a difference between, just looking good, but actually feeling good on the inside, and then that comes external.
Always is. What can we say? And because that usually gets me a lot with ADHD and perfectionism. But when curveballs happen and time just gets away and things don't go exactly as planned, it's more important to get through the biggest tasks in your day, no matter what. So even though I can't really stick to a schedule at the minute, I make sure that I tick off the essentials, for myself, like gym, fitness, cardio, my diet, sleep schedule. That's the little fecker. He's getting social aspects, today, even just start interacting with someone who I have never met before, and having that developing that connection, that just being social. When it comes to weight, the fact it's not moving, it's not really about the number right now, which is a big thing for me to say, especially with body dysmorphia and my disorders. But it's about the body adapting and getting stronger. It's from day to day, whether it is workouts, just even hydrating, getting to auditions and rehearsals. Even if I don't hit every mark, as long as I'm being a freaking adult, educating myself, minding myself, that's good enough for me right now. Keeping myself sane.